The Rabbit and Gina podcast.
Back in the days of wacky radio stunts, which you can't do anymore because everyone gets angry about everything. God, you needed to be around about
I really
20
did.
years ago, man.
Yeah. Well, it just wasn't on radio.
You were around 20 years ago. And there was this one day where I thought it would be funny. Just amusing. I'm just a curious kid. I'm a curious kid.
You are a curious kid.
You know, why don't scientists get in trouble for stuff? They're trying stuff all the time.
Exactly.
Just trying stuff.
Exactly.
Well, in the same vein, I wanted to know how many helium balloons would it take to lift a cat off the ground?
Oh, wow.
See, it's funny.
That's science.
That's science.
That is science.
How many?
What, you think I went ahead with it? It was about 8.
Oh, wow.
So big helium balloons. And the thing was, though, it was off a balcony of a radio station that was 5 levels up. Now...
Wow. Did the cat sue you?
I don't know. I never saw it again. So anyway, I put up all these balloons, and the cat has lifted off the ground. That's hilarious and everything. And then off it went, and it's floating away towards the buildings in the city.
Wow.
Now then, it's gone on from there, and then we're getting calls in. Reports are coming in. I can see it. I'm laughing myself stupid. I think it's hilarious and people are like, aren't you concerned though about what's going to happen and stuff? I'm like, well, eventually, they're not all going to pop at once, are they? I mean, I'm no scientist.
We don't know.
Well, it's not going to.
Sorry.
Unicorn being put together in the background. So I'm thinking eventually, maybe one will pop and it'll start descending, or the air will helium balloons go down over time.
Oh, and just slowly.
It'll just make its way back down. Hopefully not out in the ocean.
Or
Cats don't like water.
No, they don't.
Anyway, so all these calls, it was so funny, the calls coming in with people reporting seeing it. And it went over the Harbour Bridge in Sydney. We were getting calls from, I'm on the Harbour Bridge and I can see it. I was laughing so hard, and apparently some people weren't finding it quite as funny. I remember this one lady.
Cat lovers out there.
Oh my God.
You know.
Well, don't mess with them.
No.
This lady called in and she's like, I can't believe it. She was so angry. And I'm like, I couldn't understand it. I'm like, wait, what's the problem? And she's like, what if they would all... I'm like, I tied it on really good. But with that cat, if it drops down, it could die and stuff. And I'm like, oh, you don't think it's a real cat?
Oh my God.
Oh, did I not ever mention that it's a teddy? Oh, I'm so sorry. I've been giving you all the wrong idea.
Oh, wow, you're terrible, Muriel.
I'm so sorry. It's not a real cat. It's a teddy. But it's about the weight of a real cat. And I wanted to see. Oh, did I?
Was it like a cat, Teddy?
Yeah,
like it
was a cat teddy.
Like a cat.
Looked exactly like a black cat. And people were seeing it floating along with these balloons. And some people found it funny. Other people...
Not so much.
But in fact, and even at the point where I went, oh, did I not... Oh, it's not a real cat. It's a teddy cat. She didn't laugh. Still didn't find it funny.
The Rabbit and Gina podcast.
Rabs, I've been working with you now for like a year and a half or something.
Oh, God, here we go.
You know,
This feels like an intervention.
and you know how we finish each other's...
Sandwiches.
And you know they say you can't polish a... That's me.
You know how you
under the...
You know how you can go and get yourself some breakfast. Oh, is what I was going to say.
Well, you know that saying.
Nice try. I'm like, am I meant to do it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, you can't say that word. Can you say that word on the radio?
I did remember a week
you
ago
did
when
too.
my wife called me one.
Oh, she did. Okay, so you
I was sitting at the table. What was I doing? What was I doing?
Oh, you were being annoying.
I was being a pest of some sort, and she goes, it's when she said, tell the kids dinner's on the table. And I said, but it's not. and then she goes, fine. And she brings out one plate for Jordan. I went, guys, Jordan's dinner's on the table. Tell you, I think yours is coming soon. And she just goes, why are you such a turd?
So you can say that word.
Yeah, when it's Sav saying
you know
it in that
how you
context.
can't polish one.
Oh, God, I've tried.
Yeah,
Remember that business I set up? Turd Polishers Pty Ltd. Oh, we went bust within days. was a little booth I had set up at a shopping centre.
People could bring their dogs, doodads in recycling.
Turned out there was a lot behind that saying.
You can't. Well, you can. I know this story.
Metaphorically?
No, actually. So, this is a little shift. Coffee beans.
Yeah.
So, there's this story I think it was in Bali or somewhere where they make coffee, and the workers originally weren't allowed to have any of the coffee because the people that owned the farm, the coffee plantation, were making so much money, and the coffee workers weren't allowed to have any.
Yeah.
So...
Don't you tell me they smuggled beans out.
No,
no. Well,
no,
you did the headline of the story, and then I'm like, where do we get to the point where that comes in? They smuggled some beans out, polished them up, sold them at the markets. Everything was fine.
Well, you're not far off. You're not far off. So, I've been and seen this myself in Bali. There's monkeys over there that eat the coffee beans and they poo them out. And once they poo them out, they still come out the full coffee bean. And so someone someone figured out that you can
polish them up.
Polish them up.
Yeah.
And make coffee. And who was it that first did it?
It's a bit of a taste.
No. But it's a thing. You can buy the coffee poo beans. They don't market it like that. We bought some. I'm not even kidding you. You actually can get.
Loz is drinking it right now.
But I wonder who was the first worker that went, hang on a minute.
Hey.
Hang on.
Turns out you can.
The Rabbit and Gina Podcast.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.